Did you think that your smile could hide what's on your mind? No matter how I tried, I just couldn't be so blind. We've been close, but people grow, and they sometimes grow apart. There's just one thing I ask you: if you've had a change of heart, break it to me gently. If you have to, then tell me lies. Break it to me gently, at least leave me with my pride. Try to spare my feelings if the feelings have to die. Break it to me gently if you have to say goodbye. I'm not ashamed to admit I really hurt inside. After all, these are my feelings. Why should I make them hide? But I won't hold you back. There'll be no pulling on your sleeve. Just let me down easy and go softly when you leave. And break it to me gently. If you have to, then tell me lies. Break it to me gently. At least leave me with my pride. Try to spare my feelings if the feelings have to die. Break it to me gently if you have to say goodbye. You always knew that you had my heart. It's still yours if you want to take it. But when you go, I know you must be gentle when you break it. Break it to me gently. If you have to, then tell me lies. Break it to me gently. At least leave me with my pride. Try to spare my feelings if the feelings have to die. Break it to me gently if you have to say goodbye. Break it to me gently if you have to say
using our private lives. We plan for the quiet night, found whispers and love sighs, and it was so personal. It sounded so personal, and when we're face to face, let not a moment waste. I feel like it's lover's fate, 'cause it's so personal.
cómo fue que ese lugar. Last night I dreamt of San Pedro, just like I'd never gone. I knew the song, young girl with eyes like the desert. It all seems like yesterday, not far away. Tropical, the island breeze, all of nature wild and free. This is where I long to be, La Isla Bonita. And when the summer played, the sun would set so high, ring through my ears and sting my eyes, your Spanish lullaby. I fell in love with San Pedro. Warm wind carried on the sea, he called to me. Te dijo te amo. I prayed that the days would last, they went so fast. Tropical, the island breeze, all of nature wild and free. And when the summer played, the sun would set so high, ring through my ears and sting my eyes, your Spanish lullaby. I want to be where the sun warms the sky. When it's time for siesta, you can watch them go by. Beautiful faces, no cares in this world, where a girl loves a boy and a boy loves a girl. Last night I dreamt of San Pedro. It all seems like yesterday, not far away. Tropical, the island breeze, all of nature wild and free. This is where I long to be, La Isla Bonita. And when the summer played, the sun would set so high, ring through my ears and sting my eyes, your Spanish lullaby. Tropical, the island breeze, all of nature wild and free. This is where I long to be, La Isla Bonita. And when the summer played, the sun would set so high, ring through my ears and sting my eyes, your Spanish lullaby. La 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 la. Te dijo te amo. La 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 la. Él dijo que te ama. La isla bonita.
Hi guys. Okay, we're here. Hello everyone. Sandali, hindi pa ata ako ayoko namang ipin ang sarili ko. Okay. Ayan, para dalawa. Okay, so hello everyone. Say hi on the we're 27 now. I am expecting. Hello, hi. So I'm expecting more. Okay, so I guess you already know the basics of Zoom, where if you're not the one talking or sharing, make sure that everything is on mute. Okay, dear. Okay, and then if you want to speak, you can always raise your hand, and I hope to see it here. Remove ko muna ito. Remove lahat. Okay, yeah, so I can see the view. Sorry, I have to monitor. Okay, there. Okay, so if you want to speak, then I can spotlight you so we can see you. Okay, so as of now, sandali lang. Bakit hindi lumalabas? Sino ang mga? Wait lang. Okay. Okay, there you go. Okay, so hi, in the second first. Wait lang. Ayun. Okay, sige. So, hindi pa rin. Sandali lang, ha? Second. And then this one. Hold on. Okay. Sige. Hirap mag-adjust eh. I actually just came all the way from Pampanga. I had to drive here because the internet, I just use data in Pampanga. So when it fails me, I have to run back here so I can use what's this? My internet, wired internet. Okay. So I'm happy that a lot of you have attended have attended the warm-up with teacher, malapit na, Mommy Leslie Macapas yesterday. So I'm really grateful that Mommy Leslie volunteered to do at least a warm-up. Why did we call it a warm-up? Para naman warm-up. Para naman tulungan lang ako sa pag-orient kasi okay, just a brief history of MyHill for those who still don't know, and for the new ones especially. This orientation is really for the new people, no? The new registrants and the new families. Teka muna, sandali, sorry. Before we begin, can we please pray first? Bago ako rumatsyada dito. So everybody, let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord, Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, again, we start another new year, another school year of challenges and learnings and relationships and cooperation. Please give us the strength of mind, strength of will, strength of body, so that we can continue with our ALS program despite any kind of challenges that we may face, most especially during the COVID pandemic. We have, because of you, batch 2019 was able to hurdle all the challenges given to them. Now we have batch 2020. Thank you, Lord, for gathering everyone. Bless us with the patience, the wisdom, discernment, and loving kindness, so that we may all, hand in hand, together help each other in this challenging and desperate times. Thank you, Lord. We are nothing without you. Amen. Saint John Bosco, pray for us. Mary, help of Christians, pray for us. In the name of the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, teka lang. Admit ko lang yung iba. Okay. So, sandali. Andito ata si Mommy Leslie eh. Mommy Leslie, you're here, di ba? Sandali. Scroll, scroll. Mommy, there you are. Okay, Mommy Leslie, gawin kitang ano ha, co-host ha. Sandali. O, ikaw na mag-admit please ha. May co-host.
Okay po.
Ayan. Okay, thank you, Mommy. Okay, sige. Okay, so, again, good afternoon, everyone. Just a short, a very brief history of how we started. This all started actually in 2016 when I saw my documents with DepEd. It was around 2016, around November, when I went to DepEd. Ang nagpaalala pala sa akin, mga tiga DepEd pa, yung dalawang contact natin doon, si Sir Rom at si Ma'am Ai. No? 2016 pala yon when I went to them. I wrote them a letter, yung pinaka-head ng sa ALS program nila. Then it was Dr. Ingwa. And then they allowed me to visit and have an exploratory meeting with them. And that time, I already had in mind putting ALS online. Now, what was my trigger? My trigger was because my bunso, I have well, she's a teenager now, she's 17. But I homeschooled her, just like most of you here. I homeschooled her, pulled her out when she was second grade, I pulled her out. Hanggang grade 1 lang siya formal school. So I pulled her out, and ever since, I also did the journey of what most of you have been doing, especially the independent homeschoolers, where we've been trying to hop from one homeschool provider to the next, no? So yes, the very lahat ng tinanungan nyo, tinanungan ko rin yun before. So the thing is, I'm a teacher. I've been teaching in formal school for the longest time. You name it, private school, international school, UP, college, so more than 20 years of teaching talaga yan. Always on the side because I also run a business. So the challenge then, why did I pull out my kid? Because she was being bullied. Grade 1, can you imagine? I only found out the bullying 1 year after, when she finally was homeschooled, and she told me stories of what was happening in the classroom. So that was grade 1. It's like, oh my God. Diba? So others know the story that once that I visited their classroom. Never mind the school, but it's a Catholic school, a very big network Catholic school. So I saw my daughter with like 3 girls. I don't know, 1 boy and 2 more girls. There were 4 of them outside in the corridor, seated. They had their tables and chairs outside in the corridor. And so I asked, what's this? I asked the teacher, the homeroom teacher that time, why are they outside? Because they have an extra work daw in Filipino because they speak English. Okay, they speak English. And then ang sabi sa akin ng teacher, ma'am, kasi nagno-nosebleed ang mga classmate nila sa kanila. Can you imagine that, no? Na-ostracize sila because of speaking in English. So that was, sabi ko nga dun pa lang nag-question na ako. And then every day she kept on crying. Every day. When we wake up and prepare to go to school, she kept on crying. I still had a yaya that time, so the yaya would go with her to the school bus, go to school, and then the yaya would tell me that she just gets tired crying and falls asleep on her, and then yung dinadala niya sa classroom. Can you imagine? That was 1 year. Horrendous, no? I mean, I had to put her through that. So yeah, I pulled her out and I told my husband that time, I was running a radio program with him and a TV show sa GNN tsaka sa RJ. Pero yung GNN, ang dami naming nag-guest doon. Isa sa mga nag-guest namin, yung mga nag-homeschool. Doon ko na-meet yan si Michelle Padrenalan. Di ba, matagal na rin yan. Diyos ko, matagal na yung homeschooler. Gines namin yan, lahat ng mga isa-isa, mga gustong mag-indie homeschool. Kasi nga laging there was always this contention about, do I go homeschool provider? But I know what I know what my children need. So I know how to design their learnings, etc. So we guested, tuloy-tuloy yan, we guested so many homeschoolers until kami mismo ng husband ko, when that was the deciding time na nasabi ko, o ano, pull out na yan. Buti na lang last na yon kasi dalawa kong panganay nag-formal school yun eh. And sabi niya, you know, last na yan, let's do it. People are need, pwede naman mag-homeschool. You're a teacher, you know what is needed, what is compliant, di ba? So, yun. In the dark. Nothing except the homeschool providers, which we went through one by one, which we pay, and you know, some are so ridiculous because we're the ones we're the ones doing it for our children, right? And it's homeschool, hindi pa nga online learning lahat nun. And then we had to pay so much. Like, oh, that's not fair. Then yon, by the time she was grade, so 2 years yon of searching, grade 4 yon. By the time she was grade 4, I said that's it. Tama na. So that was 2014 basta. So basta grade 4 siya noon. That was when I what's this? I was introduced to ALS. Battery is running low. Why? Teka lang, sandali lang ha. Oh my God. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh dear. Now, hold on, sorry. Oh my God. Hold on, guys, hold on. Okay, we're still alive. Buti na lang ginawa kitang co-host din, ano. Okay, my laptop died. Oh my God. So I have to fix my life soon. This Pampanga and Pasig problem. Anyway, okay. To continue the story, so that's what happened, and then I discovered ALS, and then I talked to my daughter and said, let's go through ALS, and that's when I discovered the whole program to the point of, I think I want to be an accredited ALS teacher. So that was 2016, pinopost ko na sa St. John Bosco Parish. I've been handling their communication since 2014, okay? And then sabi ko nga, may ibang calling ito. That's when I discovered ALS. And then that time, yung parish priest nun, si Father Degs, sponsored my training dun sa DepEd noong 2017. And then that was it. 2017, we set up shop with MyHill, with nothing but a table. Wala palang budget. So, Father, hindi pala tayo makapagtayo ng learning center. Wala tayong budget. So that's what pushed me further to put it online. Okay? So, and in 2016 nga, kinakausap ko na DepEd about online ALS. So, noong 2017, pina-accredit na ako mag-training. Yung training na I attended was a 10-day training. They don't offer that na eh. The 10-day training is not only as ALS teacher, but as ALS implementer. So magkaiba yon. So swerte ko na lang na hinost ng NCR that time, and we were under Makati. We were under the wing of Makati. So that's when I asked Father, sabi ko, kung wala pala talagang budgets, I really have to explore online ALS. Okay, so that was it. 2017, it was like MyHill was like my sandbox. I had to test solutions, test whatever software solution, system solution that is best, that is free, and will fit the ALS program. Because nga, we cannot charge for ALS, okay? For ALS, if you're offering the ALS program of DepEd, it has to be free. But if you will supplement it, you will add on to it, you will reinforce it. Those are external, or what you call perimeter services. That one you can charge for that. But the ALS program itself, no. That's always going to be free. It's mandated by law already. There is already a law, a bill passed. IRR na lang ang wala, meaning the implementing rules and regulations. It has been passed already in both houses. RA, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 11,510, if I'm not mistaken. It's the ALS bill. So naka-ano na po yan, naka-latag na. And I posted it in the public FB group, where we really have to thank the Lord, kasi ang ingay nating independent homeschoolers na tuloy nakinig ang DepEd, kasi dun sa bill, kung binasa nyo, yung description ng objectives, and especially the what do you call, sa business kasi customers, no? Ano pa ta? Yung customers that it will serve, okay? Dati kasi ang ALS, lagi yan. For the longest time, 1997 pa po, finarm out ang ALS. 1997, that long ago. Pag binasa ko yung history ng ALS, nakalagay lagi doon, the main purpose of ALS that time was for out of school youth. Ayan, kaya nauso yung term na OSY, 'di ba? And to the point that the term OSY became a really bad brand, no? 'Di ba? Ang tingin sa iyo OSY meaning either basagulero ka, siraulo, meaning you're a delinquent person. That's why you're not in school. That was the tag given to an OSY. So isa yon, that was one purpose of ALS long ago, for OSY, out of school youth, and for second is adult learners. Okay, adult learners, yan yung meaning may edad na, third adult, 21 and up, but haven't finished either elementary or secondary, high school, so they go back to school. That's your adult learners. Marami po yan. Now, those are the two customers that DepEd then was trying to address. And what was the main objective? To mainstream them, meaning to bring them back to formal school. See, that was the So, buti na lang maingay tayo in the homeschoolers. Clap your hands for yourselves, because napakinggan tayo. Okay, because now if you read the bill, it's already they rephrase that. Yung objectives, wala na yung to mainstream. Part lang yung to mainstream. But the other, tinanggal na nila yung OSY. Okay? Merong adult learners pa rin, pero nilagay nila to encompass all, pati tayo, pati independent homeschoolers. They categorized it under, and for children of learning age with special needs. Yon, 'di ba? Maganda naman. Pasok tayo lahat doon, 'di ba? May special needs talaga tayo, 'di ba? Hindi natin gusto yung formal school way of matigas ang ulo natin. gusto natin paraan natin. Anyway, okay, so yun ang nangyari, and nakakatuwa. I was really overjoyed when that bill was passed. It was passed last year, July. See, no, in the middle of the pandemic, something good happened. Okay? So, yun po. Kaya po, pag meron pong eskwelahan na nananakot sa inyo, kunyari natapos na kayo ng grade ng elementary, natapos kayo ng high school, then you want to go senior high, you can always cite the Republic Act. They cannot, yes, they cannot say no to ALS graduates because it's already written in the law. Okay, so I will share the, please remind me, I will share the bill with you. I already have a copy of it. Okay, so that is the short history, the short and long of all of what happened, of why MyHill was created. Now, hold on, I will try to resuscitate my laptop because I don't know, but ayaw niya mag-charge po. Mukhang si Teacher Liza ay kailangan na ng bagong laptop. Wow, this one is like, how old is this pa? Wow, magsi-6 years old na pala ito. Tagal na. Wait lang. Ay, hold on.
Hindi pa nag-start? Not yet started? Not yet started. Hindi pa nag-start.
Wait lang ha. Ay, baka merong gustong magkwento dyan, lalo na yung matatagal na sa ALS.
Ako na lang po. Hirap na. Kailangan ko pala tauhan.
Okay, major problem. My laptop is really not charging at all. It's like nothing. I don't know what's happening, but yeah. Okay, this is how we can go about it. Some learners who are here or who have already, what's this? Sandali, sino ba ang naging host? Yung mga pwedeng mag-share screen in case I need to show something. Ayan, Mami Leslie, host po kayo ha. Host kayo. Mami Leslie?
Okay.
Okay, sige, Mami
Yes,
Leslie.
okay, teach.
If there's stuff that we need to share. Kayo na lang ang mag-share ha, from your end. Talagang wala eh. Kawawa naman laptop ko, Diyos ko. Okay, sige. Ikaw na bahala dyan, Mami Leslie. Thank you very much, no? Okay, so now the situation is, we have, how many? We have a lot of, we have 17, currently we have 17 completers. Ay, hello, is that Maki? Okay, we have 17 completers for batch 2020. Ito yung nag-start last year during the pandemic. So as you can see, kahit may pandemic, tuloy-tuloy pa rin because we didn't have a difficult time transitioning because we have been online. Okay, so, but back then, it was more blended, hindi siya fully online. Kasi even if we had, what's this? Even if we had, sandali, paano ba natin to? Ay, Mami Leslie, can you make me co-host?
Yes, wait lang,
Yes,
teacher.
yes.
I'm trying to transfer also to my laptop kasi I'm using a
Oh my
cellphone.
I know, I was coded. Sorry. Wala bumigay, grabe. So, I don't know, this charger is doing this to
There.
me ever since. Eh. Oh, hindi. Co-host lang,
Ayan po,
Mami.
you're the host.
Co-host lang.
Co-host, okay.
Oh, hindi, sige, wala na. Wait.
Wait lang
Let me put it back. Akong ayan, so co-host ka. As
Okay.
long as co-host ka. Yes, okay. Okay, that's fine. Co-host ka na rin eh. Okay, sige, good. So, okay, so what will happen now is that we have, 17 completers. Can you imagine that 17 out of the 100 something last year? Now, why is that so? Because, we can start ALS as early as before. The youngest that I accepted was 8 years old, and no, sorry, excuse me, no, that was 7 years old. Okay, but after that experience, when we did that last last time, I said I won't do it again because since we're online and our ALS is self-directed learning, self-paced, then hindi talaga pwede yung masyadong bata, especially definitely not the kinder level. Pero pagdating ng grade 4, ganyan, grade 4 and up, pwede nang mag-start. Okay, now, if you're gonna beg us to enroll your children kahit 7 years old, 8 years old, if you ask me kung pwede naman talaga. Okay, pwede namin i-enroll yan, pwede namin kayo ipasok sa LIS, magkakaroon kayo ng LRN. It's just that every year, you have to re-register. ALS registration is always every year. Okay? So meaning, like kamukha nitong last year, no? Nagsarado na yung enrollment. By the time mag-open ang enrollment, lahat ng nag-register last year will have to re-register the following year. So every year yan, we always have to make a report or submit a report who are the completers and the non-completers. Non-completers just means na hindi ka pa tapos sa program. Kasi what if you started young? You're 7 years old. So magre-register ka every year until you reach 12 years old when you complete the elementary program. Okay, so ganun ang nangyayari. It's just that iniiwasan kasi namin, okay, yung mga hindi committed sa ALS. Nag-usap na kami sa Makati, and I'm sorry, but this really hurts us, where you're just exploring, you're not yet sure about ALS, okay, and then you just use it as a stepping stone just to get an LRN. Oh, I'm sorry, but that really is very hurtful because we are doing this project to help you. Don't get into it just to use us. I'm sorry if I have to be blunt about it, but for the past, since especially 2018, ang dami pong ganon. So, yon. So sinabi na rin sa akin ng Makati make sure na lang, Teacher Liza, na hindi naman ganun yung mga pumapasok. Kasi nga, as we said, ang ALS talaga ay nakalaan yan, no? That is, ALS program was created for those who don't have. The indigent, the poor in society could not afford. Diba? Yan talaga ang ano ng ALS. Matigas lang ang ulo ko at mga independent homeschoolers because talagang pinaglaban ko na yung ALS ay pwede rin sa independent homeschoolers. Pwede rin. Ibang demographic siya. Kasi we were taught nga that ALS is a parallel learning system to formal school. So pinanindigan ko yun. Sabi ko, oh, parallel pala eh. Di pwede talaga yan. Pero yun na nga, wag sana gawing, ano ba yun? Ano ba tawag doon? Experiment ang ALS. Sana when you get into ALS, you really try your best to understand it. Those who could not understand it are, let me tell you, are those who have come from formal school and have a difficult time laying off or changing their mindset, laying off the old practices of formal school. Kasi hindi po ito formal school. ALS is a parallel learning system nga to formal school. So ang approach nito iba. Number one, it's really self-directed, meaning it's the learner. It's the learner that matters. It's the learner's journey, the learner's experience. Okay, it's not the batch. It's not teachers. It's not ALS DepEd. No, it's the learner's experience, learning experience. Okay, kaya self-directed. Pag tiningnan niyo po yung ibig sabihin ng self-directed, it's almost like II or individual learning, right? Yung mga nakakaano pa ng II. Yun. So halos individualized instruction, no? Yun ang tawag sa Montessori noon. Sa formal school yun ay II, individualized instruction. So next is ALS is also self-paced. Self-paced, meaning sa sarili mong hakbang, self-paced. So nobody can dictate to you. Nobody can dictate to you what sandali. Okay. Yes, make a GC. Sandali. Sino to? Star, mga estudyante. Okay. Oo. Sige, mamaya na kayo mag-GGC dyan, ha? Star. We're gonna, by the way, ganito, a GC already. Guys, sasabay-sabay. Are you gonna listen or what? Can you stop chatting first? What's a GC? GC is group chat. Okay. Okay, so learners, can you please stop chatting first? We will get to that. We will get to your social life, social learning life online. Okay? Okay, so self-paced means learners are at their own pace. They learn according to their own pace. So nobody will dictate to you that you should finish the program within the year. No, it's up to you. It's really up to you. As long as you just know the requirement and the minimum set by DepEd, which is grade school. If you want to finish elementary or complete the elementary, you should be at least 12 years old for elementary. If you want to be a completer for junior high, you should be at least 16 years old. That's that for me. Before we were trying to refute that, but yeah, I think Dina, I think we really need to set a line. What's this? A limit for that. Okay, now kung genius ka, let's say genius ka, 13 years old pa lang, alam mo na lahat ng lessons ng junior high, na kaya mo nang mag-college, right? Meron ganyan, meron lapit sa akin, above average ang IQ niya and everything. I said, sorry, but there is the ruling na 16 years old minimum bago bago siya makapag-complete ng junior high. So what I suggested to that family, then just learn online with everything, yung mga advanced lessons for college online, and then look for a formal school. They have to go back to formal school who will accept you and allow you to finish junior high at 13 siya noon, at 14 years old. Okay, so yun ang in-advise ko sa kanila. Okay, so may solution naman sa lahat. So ganon. Again, self-paced, self-directed. Ang ALS. Please keep that in mind. Okay, I will stop here from everything that I have been talking about. Does any one of you have a question?
Ma'am, permission to speak po.
Go ahead.
Ma'am, yung pinsan ko po, siya po ay nung umalis po dito sa Philippines to work po for Italy kasi para pong andun yung family niya. Second year high school lang po. Tapos ngayon po 16 siya. Gusto niya po kasing pumasok ng college at bumalik sa school pero nahihiya na po. Wala po sila dito sa PH. Pwede po ba yon?
Okay. Gusto niyang bumalik sa school in Italy or here?
Hindi po. Dito po sa
Dito
Pilipinas,
na.
pag pinayagan
Okay,
na
okay.
po silang makauwi po.
Okay. So, pauwi pa lang sila. So, 16
Opo.
years old siya. Hindi niya tinuloy yung high school niya doon sa Italy.
Opo, hindi po ma'am.
Okay, so kailan siya magsa-17?
Magsa-17 po siya ay ngayon pong September 14.
Oh, okay. Okay, so 17 na siya. Now, it's just a matter of 1 year. Okay, so in other words, para siya na-delay ng 1 year, the way I see it. Kasi kung if you came to me with this problem last year, di sana nag-enroll ka. Completer ngayon siya for junior high, di ba?
Opo ma'am. At kasi po, medyo
Exactly.
mahirap po yung trabaho nila doon dahil para pong nag-waiter lang sila para pong gano'n. Tapos po nahiya.
Pati yung learner, pati itong learner.
Opo ma'am,
Nag-work
para
din
po, kasi ma'am, may pinag-aaral po sila yung panganay po nila. Nag-aaral nila ng doctor dito ng medicine.
No worries. We have 2 learners now where ang sisipag nila, they're working, they're McDo crew. And sabi ko, yun na nga, hindi naman kailangan mong pilitin yung sarili mo kung hindi mo kayang tapusin eh. Sabi ko sa kanya, but give yourself a target. So yung nagtatrabahong dalawa yon, 2 years. Try mo 2 years, tapusin ng modules, etc. So walang kaso yun. Now, in the case of your pamangkin, pag pwede siyang mag-register, no? Yan, magre-register siya this school year for junior high yan. That means next year siya magko-complete. Next year magko-complete siya for junior high. So, walang problema yon. Pero dapat nandito siya sa Philippines na. Kapag natuloy na yung exam. Kasi ever since the pandemic, natigil ang ALS A&E. Okay, A&E is an accreditation and equivalency exam given to ALS learners upon completion. Kasi ano yan eh, may portfolio muna to complete. Once completed na yung portfolio mo, then you are recommended na for the A&E exam. The problem is, magka-pandemya, yung batch 2019, yun ang nasagasaan talaga. Kawawa naman sila, no? Talagang katakot-takot na experiment. Ayun, ang nangyari sa DepEd, pero nagawa naman ng paraan. Ang kagandahan nitong, so ang mangyayari niyan, pagbalik niya, yung pamangkin mo, mag-exam, tatapusin niya yung modules, portfolio, kapag binalik ang exam, ay kailangan niya mag-exam. Ayun. So hindi pa natin alam. Hindi natin alam. But at least, sinasabi nga namin dun sa mga nag-i-inquire, mga ma'am, may exam ba? May exam. Alam mo, ganito yan eh. Kaya tuloy ang mga tao nagtatanong kung may exam. Kasi dati, okay, aadmitin ko, dati ang ALS, hindi maganda ang pagkaka-implement. Okay? The ALS program wasn't implemented properly by the public schools. It became a, ang tawag doon, diploma mill center. Okay, diploma mill. Yung the others pa nga may walk-in dun sa exam. On the day itself, they just walk in, sign up, and then take the exam, and then that's it. No? So, ang sama, kaya tuloy pumangit ang implementation ng ALS. Kaya ever since noong 2017, nagkaroon ng ALS task force ang DepEd to restudy it. That's why now merong ALS 2.0. Okay, mas madami, basta natutuwa ako nung nangyari yon. Sakto naman na in-online ko ang ALS eh. Kaya saktong-sakto, talagang si Lord, plano niya lahat yan eh. Kasi nakita ko siya, mas importante na ngayon ang portfolio building. Because I believe in portfolio building. I've taught IB and Cambridge curriculum. And yun na nga, nandun yung It's like when you're in college, when you have your thesis, right? It's like that. It's evidence building, it's research. So ito, ang nakakatuwa, nung nagkaroon tayo ng pandemya, since wala yung A&E exam, lalo tuloy lalo tuloy na expose ang mga ALS heads and teachers, no? Na ang ganda pala ng portfolio building. To the point na sabi nga ng iba, sana wala na lang exam, portfolio building na lang. Kasi nakikita nila, nagtatrabaho talaga yung mga learners ngayon. 'Di ba? Kasi talagang, oo eh. So anyway, so don't worry, pwede siya. Okay?
Ma'am,
So,
regarding sa portfolio, kasi parang
yes.
nakita niya kasi doon sa, yung aking kasing bunso, in-homeschool ko na siya last year pa. So I
Okay.
have LMS like Weeper. Ngayon,
Oo.
nung parang nabanggit niya sa akin na, ate, gusto ko rin gawin yung ginagawa ni Natasha, sabi niya, pwede mo ako tulungan. Binigyan ko na siya. Required po ba na sa ALS manggagaling yung portfolio? May ganun po ba? Or pwedeng yung katulad po
Hindi.
nung sa amin na
Hindi.
ginagamit ko na sa kanya, supplement ko na siya from
Sige,
LMS na meron
we'll talk
ako.
about the curriculum later. Okay? So,
Sige
we'll
po.
talk about that, no? Kasi ano muna tayo, question muna dun sa mga inano ko about the history, about the approach, the mindset that you should have with ALS, self-paced, self-directed. Wala nang questions doon. Kung wala na, diretso na tayo dito sa question ni, ano bang pangalan mo? Sandali, hindi ko makita. Anong pangalan yung nagtatanong? Sorry, wala na akong extra monitor eh.
Di mayak-yak, ma'am.
Mayak-yak. What's your first name?
Antoinette po.
Antoinette. Okay, sige. So sige, kung wala nang question doon, I'm leaving. Gone. Wala nang question doon sa first discussion ko. None. Related, none. Okay, so pasok na ako sa curriculum para related na sa question ni Antoinette. Okay, so naiinis talaga ako. Nakahanda pa naman yung aking presentation. Anyway. Okay, so the curriculum, basically, I think we will have to have a part 2 of this kasi tingnan ko, wala pa rin. Ano pa rin charge? Wait lang ha. Totally dead. No, Lord, please save my laptop. Okay, anyway. So ganito. You will have to deal with my voice. I'm sorry. So, hindi. Teacher, Mommy Leslie, can you show the Can you show, ayan, sige, ikaw na lang, Mommy Leslie. Pa-share screen naman nung curriculum nung ALS, yung framework niya, nandun sa website po natin. Sa website, tapos you scroll down, nandun yung DepEd, click nyo lang, lalabas na yung Mommy Leslie.
Teacher, wait lang
Yeah.
po ha, kasi hindi ko din ma-pull up yung Zoom ko sa laptop. Tapos, tension.
Nagsabay-sabay pa tayo.
to.
Oh, no, it's okay, it's okay. Mga mommies, nakita nyo gano'ng kaming kahirap, kaya kailangan namin ng mga volunteers talaga. Kasi pag, eto na yon, siguro pinapakita ni Lord talaga na hindi ko na kaya mag-isa, hindi na kaya ng kakaunti. Okay, again, background ng MyHill and then what kind of learner. I will just close about MyHill. We are not a school, okay? We are a learning community, learning link. Meaning, the way it grew is that MyHill becomes a hub where we connect DepEd, of course, and then kayo, the families and the learners, and then industry partners. Okay, industry partners, I will just share that with you because I was able to prototype an OJT, an internship program for grade 10. As early as grade 10, I was able to prototype it. It went well. So yung mga learners na grade 10, kung may time kayo for kung gusto nyo mag-internship, 200 hours lang. It's really, really very helpful and you can include it in your portfolio. Na-shock actually ang Makati DepEd sa mga portfolio ng learners natin. Na naloka sila. Wow, sana all, 'di ba? Ganun sila. So, the thing is we already set the standard. Kaya we can't go low. Yun ang doon. Okay? So and then the fourth is network with teachers, with teachers, talagang teachers, whether public or private, yan. So yun yung 4 na nagne-network sa amin with MyHill. And if you ask me, MyHill, no, we're not yet accredited. And we almost, ayan, we almost wanted, teka lang Ida na, hold on I have to explain. We all, this last year, we wanted to register as a non-profit. Why? Because we used to use Workplace. Workplace is really, really such a good organizational forum platform that we were allowed to use. I was allowed to use it. I was given a free account since 2017. Of course, I'm sure they were experimenting on us and observing how we use it. So yeah, now they started charging. And last year, winar na kami, magcha-charge na sila. So if we want to be free daw, if we want free daw, I have to apply as a nonprofit org. They have this company, TechSoup, that handles all the nonprofits. So whether you're the Philippines, blah, blah, blah. So I went through all that. Pero yun na nga, nonprofit, so they will need papers, documentation. So yung mga volunteer parents, nag-meeting pa kami noon. So paano yan? Okay, just to do that, you have to have 15,000 upfront to register the whole thing. You have to have at least 2,000 to 3,000 a month to maintain it. So no, no. I'm gonna go back to the system, di ba? The capitalist system, wag na lang. So kung ayaw makinig ng Facebook, okay na, yan. Yay! Thank you, teacher, Mami Leslie. Malapit ka na maging teacher. And then, because my goal, I was sharing with Mommy Leslie, my goal is to partner with DepEd to create a training for independent ALS teachers, meaning parents or teachers na hindi public school. Kasi ang public school, nagte-train din sila for ALS teachers. So tayo sa private naman na kaya mag-online for online ALS po. No? So sana matuloy yun. Ewan ko. Pero yeah, I have to have time to write it down, etc. and to post it. So anyway, so ganun nangyari sa ALS. MyHill pala, we cannot. We're still looking into either building it as a cooperative, as an association, non-profit org, of course, yes, but yun na nga, it will really need funding. You know naman, I'm sure the parents here who are have been working for the longest time, you know these things. But ang sa akin kasi, I want to keep the fluidity of MyHill, the inclusiveness of MyHill, in talagang inclusivity po, no? Talagang inclusive, hindi pwedeng hindi. So actually there was a group, an education group who came to us, okay, sa Catholic, that they said you should start charging, sabi sa akin nung kaparian, no? You should start charging man lang kahit sanay kasi yun sa formal school. So I told the priest, I said, Father, once I put a tag price on ALS, on what we're offering here, you're no longer inclusive. You are now starting the road to exclusivity. See? So yeah, we have to hang on to that ideal and that principle. Okay, very good partner. Okay, sige. So okay, kaya nga. So, Mami Leslie, so i-show, now, yan, pa-share na, Mami Leslie, nung curriculum po, nung nandun sa website natin. Basta yung ideals ng ALS, it's really beautiful. If not, I won't fall in love with it and I won't use it for my daughter, my bunso, who went through the whole, of ALS. Ayan, mag-share na ba?
Coach, naka-disable yung screen sharing.
Ay, ako nga
teacher.
pala ang host, Ako nga pala. Wait. Ako nga pala ang host. Oh my God, wait. Allow. Oh my God. Naku, naka-phone lang ako. Lagot. Ikaw na lang kaya gawin kong multi-pin. Wait lang ha. Oops. Wait lang. Nasaan ka na uli? Mami Leslie, saan ka na? Ayan. Ayun, sorry. Stop. Naku, ba't nawala? Information to... Ay, Mami Leslie, I'll just make you host na lang, ha? Kasi
Okay.
phone lang ako Walang masyadong ha? Sige.
Okay.
Ayan. For those who have questions, wait lang po, ha? Let us share with you first. Ano. Ayan, okay na? Okay. So share niya yung website, Ay, kung ako tinatanong niyo po, baka meron dyan talented sa website, pwedeng tulungan si Teacher Liza. I build websites eh. I'm a Wix user. I build websites. I've been building it since the 90s. So yeah, baka merong gustong matuto. So that was just a quick build. It was a quick website build just so why? Because I had to put there already the information on registration. So I don't have to keep replying to everyone. So everything is there already in the online web. Ayan, yung website, ano, Mommy,
The website is one teacher.
yes, that one. And then punta kayo sa home, and then scroll down. Ang internet. Pero grabe, no? You know, we should really pat ourselves in the back, guys, because in the Philippines, despite the difficulty in our internet speed, we're still learning, we're still studying. You see, so like in the US, you know what's happening? They're forcing the children to go to school, but they have 100 to 200 speed. Pero ayaw nila mag-online, 'di ba? Tapos ayun tuloy. So many children are getting sick. It's very sad, no? So ay nawala. Hang sa ano? Mami, internet speed problem.
I'm
I'm
not sure if naghahang sa
internet. Sino ba dito sa mga parents ang naka-fiber? Meron ba ditong mabilis na internet now? Pwede kayong mag-share screen.
Fiber ako pero naglolo ko si Converge.
Ay, Converge! Ay, oo. Maku, nakakaloka yung Converge talaga. Grabe.
Kaya down sila last week.
Diba, no? Nakakaloka. You can just imagine when the teachers the public school teachers and us teachers, we have to update the LIS. I'll explain to you what the LIS is. Oh my God, that system is so buggy. The system of DepEd's really, really heavy. Grabe, kawawa ang mga teacher, ayaw. I can try sharing. Paki-share mo nga si Mommy Jenny from Ethan.
Okay.
Try
lang po,
natin.
So I'll stop sharing.
Yeah, stop sharing and then i-activate mo si Mommy Jenny from Ethan, Mommy Jenny. Yun yung name na lumalabas.
Okay. As co-host?
Yeah, co-host. Just so she can share.
Okay, wait lang teacher ha.
Okay.
Yung website lang po, ano?
Yes. Paki-ready na, Mommy Jenny. It's myhill-als.org. Paki-ready lang yung site.
Okay,
Ay,
ready?
nako, wait lang po ha.
Ay, ako yan. Oh my God. Nakatanga po. Ay, nako. Grabe, no? Grabe si Lord. Tinan mo, ngayon, di ba? Handang-handa ako. Tapos, gaganyanin niya yung laptop ko, di ba? Ganyan si Lord. Pero dapat, hindi tayo nagagalit, no? Kasi, siguro, ang gustong sabihin ni Lord ngayon, ayan, nahulog na ang phone ko. Ang gusto sabihin ni Lord is, magtulungan kayo, 'di ba? Magtulungan kayo kasi para sa inyo lahat ito. 'Di ba, no? Kaya kahit may problema, ngiti lang, merong solution. Naka-raise. Ito na si Mommy Jenny and Ethan. Okay. Kayo ba 'yan? Ayan, mag-share screen sila. Okay, hello. Ayan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ayan, I'm making you co-host, Ma'am Jenny.
Sige. Pa-share nga, Mommy Jenny. Hi.
Na-disable pa po.
Teka, hindi naman ako no? Ayan. Ayan. Okay na siya. Yes. So sad.
Wait lang ha, nawala ka. Wait lang, I'm looking for you.
May nakalagay
Ah,
from Ethan, tapos slash
there.
Mommy Jenny. Yeah.
There. I made you co-host. Ay, sana
Ayan,
nag...
pwede ka na mag-share. Pwede na siya mag-share, basta co-host ka na.
And kita niyo po?
Yan. There you go. Thank you. Okay, pa-scroll down lang sa baba, Jenny. And then, ayan, yung story, hihiwalayin ko pa yan. Sige, down. Nandyan sa baba. After that, yan, dyan, yan. Click mo yung ALS curriculum. Ayun na yun, yung logo. Ayan, tapos, i-click mo. Yan. Sige nga, i-click mo, baka lumabas siya. Magpa-pop out ba siya? Hindi ko pa ata.
Parang
Ma-pop
hindi.
out. Hindi, nag-aano lang siya. Ayan, go, ayan, i-click mo pala yan. Read more about ALS. Ayan. Pupunta ngayon yan dun sa DepEd site. So for those of you who want to read, ayan yan. Okay, ALS 2.0, yung sinabi ko sa inyo, ayan yan. That's where you can read about the ALS program. Now dito, sige, scroll ka nga sa baba. Scroll. Nandiyan ba yung, ayan, learning strand. Oops, ayan. Yan yung kanina rin na naka-drawing framework nila. So now notice that there are no, well, you think they are subjects, but they're not called subjects. Okay, learning strand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dati po, 5 lang ang learning strand. Nung nagkaroon ng ALS 2.0, dinagdagan na ng digital citizenship. Okay, which is high time. It's high time. Meaning, sa ALS po, requirement na ang digital literacy. Unlike before, di ba, even in formal school, during my time, computer was just an elective di ba, nung high school ko, matagal-tagal na yon, no? Halata yung age, no? Merong ngayon, actually since the 2000, dapat matagal nang ginawang requirement ang digital literacy. Okay? So now ganon, nakita nyo sa ALS kailangan, kaya yung mga indigent na tinutulungan namin, kailangan namin bigyan ng computer na magagamit Kasi syempre, kung wala kang computer, kailangan magamit mo, magawa mo ba rin yung ALS modules mo using a computer. Okay? So pansinin niyo po, learning strand 1 is communication skills. There is English and Filipino. It's a may sub-strand siya na English-Filipino. And then learning strand 2, scientific literacy and critical thinking skills. Although I have something to refute about that because hindi dapat kasama ang critical thinking skills dyan because critical thinking skills is a life skill, no? Hindi ko lang ma-share sa inyo pero I created a framework for MyHill that encompasses all this. Learning strand 3 is math. Okay, so maths yan. So again, I'm not for the problem solving skills, only put in math. Again, that is a life skill. Okay, I will explain that to you next time when my laptop it comes alive in the future. 4 and 5 are really very interesting, but 4 is pansinin nyo, that's life and career skills. So these are all the practical learnings. Modules dito puro practical learnings na. And then learning strand 5, understanding the self and society, meaning this is like your AP, your araling panglipunan, no? Andyan yan. But it's more than that. That's why self and society, because it's how you are with society. You know, it's not just knowing the dates, it's not just rote learning. It's always how you are with society, what's your responsibility in society, family and society. Diba? Self, family, and society. So, yan ang papansinin nyo ang mga modules. Laging ganun ang approach. That's why, can you imagine, when I got to see all the modules back, dito when I got introduced into ALS, and then I went through all the modules, and I had to research from other from other sites ng mga SDO. SDO meaning School Division Office ng DepEd. School Division Office meaning Division of Makati, diba? Division of yan ang tawag sa kanila. SDO po ang tawag doon. So I had to read, kasi yung iba, very active na SDO, meron silang website, nandun, ina-upload nila yung mga module. After nung training namin, nakita ko, hindi pala na kumpleto lahat, hindi na organize ni DepEd. Lahat ng module, kanya-kanya sila. May ibang learning center, 10 lang yung module, yung ganon. So, Since 2017, ang ginagawa ko, inipon-ipon ko lahat sila, inipon-ipon ko. Kaya kung anong meron tayo sa MyHill, and that's also what I'm sharing with United Neon Foundation, which is another foundation where I'm helping also for them to implement an ALS program. Sobrang kompleto, ang dami nating ano talaga, dami natin. Pero for sharing naman yun. So, shinare ko na yan sa Makati. Okay? So, bakit learning strands at hindi subject? Kasi nga, when you go through one module, it's, mapansin nyo, especially sa elementary, it's integrative learning. Meaning in one module, you actually have learnings from different, what we call in formal school, subjects. So there's a tinge of math, there's a tinge of science, etc. However, sa junior high, papansinin nyo, they already had to really categorize them into these learning strands. But even if you go, let's say, to a learning strand, a module under learning strand 2, let's say it's math, makikita nyo po yung activities, lagi siyang merong relation to actual, tinatawag na real world problems. Ayan, lagi siyang may relation to that, to the present life or actual existence and real world problems. So ganun lagi yung approach ni ALS. Kaya nga ang aim ng ALS is sinatawag na functional literacy. Meaning yung literacy mo is not so you will become a, how should we call it, functional. Ang literacy mo, ang learning that you should achieve is so that you will be a productive, functional citizen of society. That's the main goal of that. Kaya nga pag hindi naging ganun yung learner, masakit sa mga ALS teachers. Kasi yun ang main purpose ng ALS. Hindi yung parang magkaroon ka ng diploma. Isa lang yon. Para magkaroon ka, isa lang yon. But the core of ALS is not that, just the diploma. Okay? So, yun po yun. Okay? Kasi kung nag-formal school kayo, di ba? Yun nga, I've taught that for a long time. It's, most of the time, it's rote learning. Rote, R-O-T-E, meaning you memorize dates, you memorize places, you memorize things like that. And then you ask, okay, how do I apply this in real life? Diba? Now, if your teacher is very good in formal school, ganun ang approach dapat lagi ng learning. How do you apply this concept in real life? You, diba? Yun ang, you research, you create instances, scenarios, etc. So ganun. Sa ALS po, dapat ganun lagi yung approach and mindset natin. Kasi ganun ang ALS. Okay? Hindi na nire-require. Ganun dapat. Okay? So ayan yung, if you wanna read more about ALS DepEd dyan, punta lang kayo sa site na yan. Okay? Now, what else? Sige, thank you very much. Thank you very much po. Okay na ako dyan. Now, the A and E, pag-usapan na po natin, no? May question kanina uli, ang pangalan nun, si ano, Esmeralda tuloy. What's your question? Yeah?
Tapos ba yung sharing? Screen sharing?
Yes, sige. Pwede na.
Yun yung okay.
I miss this picture. Yeah. Ayan si John. Rich John Marie. Ayan siya, oh. Ay, sorry. Si Rich yun eh. Rich is here. He graduated grade 6 eh. Ayan, oh. We had to go. Alala mo yun, ano? Rich, ano? He graduated. He had to go through the graduation in UMAC, ano? Sabi mo, never again. Actually, mas gusto ko nga yung online eh. Mas gusto ko yung online now eh. So anyway, okay. So Rich is actually preparing for junior high. So after siya nag-graduate ng grade 6 ng ALS Elementary, tuloy-tuloy na siya ngayon. He's been doing junior high. And Rich, you have not been in touch with me. I have not seen your work. Okay, so yeah, I don't want to be, ayoko ng stress ng last minute. Okay, I hope you've been watching the videos, the Zoom videos. Okay, so Rich will be more active this year. Computer is broken. Oh my goodness, yes. Yeah, don't worry, Rich. We will pray so that all these computer problems will be solved. Huh? Like me, oh, now, teacher, broken na naman laptop. Okay, so now, the A and E. Diba, there was a question about the A and E a while ago, about the exam. Kasi ganito, there there are learners and families who keep asking me if there's an exam, there's an exam. As I said, na-postpone nga siya kasi na-cancel because nga may pandemic. But even if meron or wala, you still need to prepare and complete your modules and your portfolio. Okay, now, segue tayo dun sa question kanina nung isang tita na may pamangkin from Italy. Okay, modules and portfolio. Now, the modules po lahat ay provided ng ALS. Merong ALS modules po yan. And our main, well, it's a MyHill standard that we want you to finish at least 80% of the modules. For the elementary, sabi nga, yung lower elementary modules kasi, very basic, hiniwalay na namin yan, no? Very basic, ano siya, learning. So, kung yung iba, papasok ng grade 4 to 6, doon na siya mag-focus sa advanced elementary. However, eto nga ang experience ko. There are some learners, no, and parents na sabi, there were concepts there in the lower elementary modules that the learner, even if he or she is at the age for grade 4 to 6, the learner did not know of. Okay, so it's good for you to revisit even if it were modules in the lower elementary, just to make sure that you are aware of the concepts there. Diba? Kasi sayang din naman eh, libre naman yung module, diba? So, gawin nyo na rin kasi nandun na eh, diba? Okay, ngayon, and yun na nga, next time na dapat ata yung pagsagot ng ano, kasi sira yung ano ko eh, laptop ko. Yung, pero at least na-discuss ni Mami Leslie yung iba kahapon, yung pagsagot. Okay, so yun yung modules. Now, the portfolio, that was the question a while ago. Meron bang portfolio? No. Ang ALS po ay may sariling format, standards, and compliance on how to build your portfolio. Okay, so you will learn about that in the process. Okay, hindi nyo po yan matututunan ng isang sitting. You will just have to trust Teacher Liza and those who have been here for the longest time. Now, when we ask you to do this, do it because that will be needed in your portfolio. The portfolio comes in like now, no, yung completers for batch 2020, they are now focusing on their portfolio. But they started, we already started discussing the portfolio, started filling up. May forms po yan eh, may forms, no? Filling up the forms back in late March to April pa po. Okay? So, unti-unti po yan binibuild until pag finally complied na lahat, that's the time that I submit to DepEd. Now, here's the thing nga. Itong batch 2019 namin na naantala dahil sa COVID, they were the first batch na full online end-to-end. Okay, even Makati didn't have that, so they're so proud that they have a group of ALS learners na full online ALS. Okay, kasi sabi ko nga sa inyo, nung nag-start kami, medyo blended pa rin po. Yan, medyo, ayan, nakasave po Google, prepare, ayan, si Ethan, presentation nyo. Ano? Hindi, hindi, nasa hard drive ko. Sorry So, wala, never mind. Let me just make kwento na lang. Okay, so yeah, so okay, so yung batch na yun ng 2019 full online ALS sila. Because yung before it was blended. Eh. So tatlo po yung platform. You either go do ALS on-site or face-to-face. Blended meaning some online, some face-to-face, meaning you still have to meet the teacher. You still have to submit something manually or maybe through delivery, diba? Meaning there's still some manual aspect to it, no? Kaya blended yon. Or third is the full online. Okay, so we're proud to say that we can do all three kasi talagang yun ang pinaka ano namin is yung batch 2019, sila yung first na full online talaga. Okay, so and so ganon. The first thing that you do when itong bagong registrants, when you start, we will have another orientation, by the way. We can't do this in one sitting, okay? Once we start first with the modules. The modules. Wag nyo now, pag sinabi ko sa inyo na, okay, this is how you answer the modules, sinabi na ni Mami Leslie to, meron kaming checklist na ginawa. Kami lang ang may checklist ha. I saw the necessity of a checklist so that learners, the families can see, it's a checklist. So what, ayan, sige nga, pakishow nga, Mami Leslie, ng checklist. Oh, kasi ang checklist, at least you can see how much modules have you already answered. As we said, we're trying to target 80%. Now, maybe, ayan, pakita ni Mami Leslie. Okay, yan. So may checklist. So see, so nakakatuwa kasi at least, pero ito pa yung old, pero wag na siya magpalit kasi ito yung old form eh. Yung new form kasi meron na tayong start date and end date. Meron na yun dun sa bagong form. Nandun sa shared folder na ALS modules. Yan. ALS modules. Yan, dyan. Sige, buksan mo sa MyHill documents. Ayan. Yan, see, so open EL or junior high, ayan. So the new form is dyan. Ma-share po natin ito. Mamaya na yon, we will talk about onboarding the last. So you can see merong start date and date. Kasi, bakit start date and date? Kasi dun sa bagong forms, meron kasing bagong forms din si DepEd bagong portfolio forms, na binigay lang last year po. Galing, ano? Oh, in the middle of the pandemic, ang daming bagong in-implement. So, ang galing. So, I had to align this with those forms. Okay? So, ang kagandahan nitong checklist, di ba? You have a bird's eye view of what you have accomplished already. Di ba? And once this is submitted even to DepEd, hindi rin sila nahihirapan, nakikita nila yung accomplishment. See? So, just to let you know, that's what DepEd is already aware of the standards we've set. That's why we just do this. Kasi ito na yung na-accept nila eh. Okay, so ayan nakakatuwa si Mami Leslie nga na-experience mo yon, share mo nga yun Mami Leslie, yung meron mababa siya kasi sabi natin ganito 80% ng modules dapat matapos. Yung pre-test and post-test, we will talk about that next time pag ayos yung laptop ko kasi hindi po maano yan. Etong pre-test and post-test, ayan pansinin nyo, nakuha niya, dapat ang score nyo rin dyan, minimum is 80% din. So we're all aiming for 80% minimum. So pag mababa ka dun sa pre-test, okay, you have to, it's your choice. Number one, you can take the whole module. You can study the whole module kasi mababa ka lower than 80% yung pre-test mo Then study the whole module. The other option is, you can study the portions kung saan the topics where you had those errors. Yung 40% error mo, makikita mo naman yung topics kung saan ka may errors. And then, you can just search through the module. Ano ba dito yung nahirapan ako, kaya mali yung sagot ko dun sa pre-test. You can just study that portion. But here's the thing, you have to also do the post-test. It comes in the very end. It's before the answer key. What you have learned, ang title ng chapter na yun. Yung pre-test kasi is, let's see what you already know. Okay, that's what we call RPL or Record of Prior Learning. Meaning, ang ALS program po, they always respect that every learner has already a prior learning that they bring into the learning journey. Okay, so, pagkatapos noon, nag-post-test ka, bakit mga kailangan ng post-test? Kasi kailangan may consistency of learning. Meaning, ibagsak siya, 60% ka lang doon. So, nag-aral ka. Either you finish the whole module, ayan, what you may already know. Yan yung pre-test. Yan, thank you. And then, sige, you scroll down nga, Mami, sa may yan lesson 1, ayan. Let's learn, let's try these. O sige, baba ka. Baba, tapos let's learn. Pagdating sa let's learn, let's see what you have learned. That's for that's a test. Yeah, that's lesson 2. Usually in one module, there are sa elementary, there's usually 2, lesson 1 and lesson 2 lang. Sa junior high, meron as far as lesson 4. Lesson 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So this is the post-test. That one comes in the very end. Again, it's to post-test. It's to check your learning for the whole module. Okay, so yan po kailangan yung sagutin hindi pwedeng hindi, dati kasi hindi ngayon kailangan na po para makita kung talaga bang natuto kayo. And then, ganun din, ang standard po natin, 80%. You have to pass at least 80% of the score here. If you've done that, so if let's say 60% kayo dun sa pre-test, then you went through the topics na kung saan kayo merong error, and then you did the post-test, and then, nag 90% ka na, that means nag-improve ka, correct? So, okay ka na doon. Now, there are others naman who, kung 80% ka na sa pre-test, you don't have to go through the whole module kasi 80% ka na minimum di ba? But you still have to answer again post-test. And kailangan 80% ka rin doon minimum. Okay, so this will at least show us that you are consistent na passing ka. Now, ito ngayon ang question ko ha. Ito ngayon ang, not question, challenge. Yung kasi kung ikaw naman, if you always aim for 80%, yung 20% error mo, that's on you. Okay? Meaning, if you don't want to improve yourself and you don't want to ask, bakit ako, why am I always mistaken in this 20%, these items under 20%? You know, if you don't ask yourself that, then you'll never learn, correct? So, in other words, don't settle for the minimum, okay? Aim for the maximum always. So, but then again, we won't force you. Again, it's self-directed. Nasa sayo yon. We will just set the minimum. It's still up to you. Okay? So, clear yon, ano? So, now, yung iba, merong iba sobrang sipag.
Teacher, may part question kahapon.
Oo nga Sorry, wala akong Sandali, hindi ko pa na ano. Ano ba yung question? Pakibato mo nga, Mami. Leslie,
Pwede daw po bang i-redo?
Sandali. Ayan, wala tuloy. Ayan, pwedeng
Pwede po ba daw i-redo ang post-test and pre-test if they
Yes.
are lower than 80%?
Yes, you really have to. Okay, the question is, kunyari, bagsak ka dun sa pre-test, 60%. Take it again to make sure na mag 80% ka dyan. You can take it again. If you want, you can add a column if you want. Kasi ang maganda doon, you can show development If you want, you can split the cell and you can put a take 1 and take 2 of the pre-test, take 1, take 2 of the post-test. You can do that. By doing this, you're not just being honest, you're actually presenting your learning development, diba? Which is very important. This is all part of, and all this will go to your portfolio. Okay? Nasagot ko, no? Nasagot ko naman, tama, Ma'am Leslie?
Teacher
Yes.
Liza, may question din po kami.
Yes, go ahead.
Dahil dalawa po yung options, may Filipino po tsaka English. Ibig po ba
Yes.
sabihin nun, we can opt na Filipino lang po?
Oo.
Choice
Hindi.
ba siya or required po pareho?
No. Ganito. Of course, dun sa, naalala niyo yung learning strands, 6 lahat yon, okay? Yung learning strand 1, communication skills, there's English and Filipino, right? Of course, dun sa English communication skills, English. Sa Filipino communication skills, Filipino. Okay? Kasi pagdating sa portfolio, you will have to give 5 activities for each. So you really have to do 80% of the Filipino, 80% of the English. Now, punta tayo sa science, which is learning strand 2, and then sa math, learning strand 3. That one you can answer in English because in the exam, pag natuloy, questions in math and science will all be in English. Okay, so you can answer English for that. Ngayon, yung iba kasing mga learners na hirap sa English, pwede nilang sagutin sa Tagalog. Pwede nilang sagutin yung Filipino. Tapos they just use the English as reference para lang alam nila yung term sa English. Okay? So, pero ang priority sa LS2 and LS3 is English. Yun ang priority. But those who want to answer in Filipino, pwede rin sa Filipino. It's just that I will always encourage them na basahin nyo rin yung katumbas niya sa English para matuto kayo ng English. Okay, now punta tayo sa LS4 and LS5. LS4, is life and career skills, and LS5 is self and society. LS4 and LS5, in the exam, the questions will all be in Filipino. Okay? So para naman dun sa mga Inglesera, okay? Ito na ang pagkakataon nyo, sana naiintindihan yung sinasabi ko. Ito na ang pagkakataon nyo para matutunan nyo ang sariling wika. So, priority in LS4 and LS5 is Filipino. Yun ang priority. You just use the English counterpart or translated modules as reference if you could not understand the Filipino. That clear? Now, punta tayo sa LS6. LS6 is digital literacy or digital citizenship. That one is priority is English kasi walang choice English lang. Hindi, pero in the exam, it's really it will be questions will be in English. But ano pa yan? They're still building on that. We only have 5 modules under digital citizenship. So you have to answer all of that. Okay? Yung mga elementary, wala silang digital citizenship na module. So what we do is we recommend two modules sa elementary to answer, the 2 basic ones. We will just let you know once you get there. Okay, so did I answer your question? The one who answered about English?
Yes po. May isa pa po akong question. Kasi
Sure po.
3 years na kaming nag-stop mag-school. So, yung kunwari po, hindi namin ma-reach yung pre-test na 80%. Anong point dapat namin tignan yung kasi sa junior high po kami naka-enroll ngayon.
Okay.
Anong point namin dapat tignan yung advanced elementary?
Wait,
Or talagang magfo-focus lang kami sa junior high?
Wait,
Kung rari bumagsak kami.
No, yes. If you're enrolled in junior high, you have to focus on the modules all in junior high. Okay, so for example, but I get you. For example, there's a module na talagang hirap kayo. Every time magte-test kayo, hindi talaga kayo lumalagpas ng 80, laging ano, no? That's the time where you knock on Teacher Liza. Kasi I will now have to study where saan ka ba nagfe-fail, anong topic. Okay, then we have supplementary and reinforcement lessons for that. In other words, kasi we have to make sure na lagi kang 80% and above dun sa pre and post test. And of course, as we said, honesty system po lagi ang ALS, ha? Kung hindi, kung sabi nga, alam mo, naranasan ko po yan. Daming learners, dinadaya lahat. Tinitingnan lahat yung answer key. So, you know, if you do that, sabi, you're not cheating us. You're just cheating yourselves. Diba? Yun ang ano. Okay. Sige. I hope I answered that. Ano? Sino ba
Yes
yun?
po. Thank you po.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, so before I yak again, any more questions?
Ma'am, another question.
Sure.
If in case hindi mo ma-reach ang 80% in the pre-test, can you proceed with the module study?
Yes.
Then,
Yes, you can proceed. And then, yun nga, may 2 options ka. You either finish the whole module or you just focus on the topics kung saan ka nagkaka-error. Yung bagsak mo dun sa pre-test, di ba? Yung 40% na yun, makikita mo kasi yung mga questions Makikita mo dito ako may problema. So you can just scan through the module and makikita mo anong lesson ka may problema Lesson 1, 2, 3, or 4, di ba? Minsan 2 lesson lang yan. So yung topic lang. So yun lang ang pwede mong i-review. And then if I were you, take the pre-test again. Di ba? Take the pre-test. The pre-test. Para, kumbaga, may take 2 ka. So, meron kang take 1, may take 2. And sana nga, maka 80% ka na doon. And then afterwards, take the post-test again. Dapat rin, 80%. These are at least yours, it's really a self-assessment. It's really a self-assessment to see na talagang naiintindihan mo na yung topics dun sa module. Okay?
So you after passing the pre-test, so you have to really read through or study talaga hard the module itself and then take the post-test.
Yeah, no. Did you pass by the pre-test or did you not pass the 80% sa pre-test?
If we say kunyari let's say nakapass na, naging 80% na. So,
Yes.
kailangan you go through the modules na and then take
No,
the
no. Once you pass na, once you're 80% and up already in the pre-test, go ahead and do the post-test na. You don't need to go through the whole module. Kung pasado,
okay.
oo. Kaya nga kung tatanungin mo ako, kaya niyong tapusin yan eh. Basta pre-test and post-test. And basta honest ka sa sarili mo na talagang pinapasa mo yung pre and post-test, di ba? Now, yun nga lang, I shared it a while ago nga, is if you always aim for the minimum, what about the 20%? Diba? Na if let's say nag-pre-test ka, tapos nag-post-test ka, parehong 80%, no? So okay lang, pasado ka, I can go to the next module. Pero ito ang tatanungin ko sa iyo. What if the 20% in the pre-test and the 20% in the post-test are topics, your errors are in the same topics? Diba? So wouldn't you ask yourself, as to why do I always commit the same errors in the same topics? So for me, that is reason for you to revisit, at least revisit lang the topic and to make sure na in the future wala ka ng error. Diba? Pero at least nagawa mo na, pasado ka na sa pre and post. But for self-learning, no, and for your own good, in other words, make sure lang na yung mga errors mo, naiintindihan mo kung ba't ka may errors. Kasi para sa exam, di ba? Para in preparation for the exam yan eh. Para hindi ka na magkamali dun sa errors na yun. Okay? Was that clear? Was that clear ba?
Thank you po, ma'am. Yes, that's clear na po. Thank you.
Sige. Next question.
Ako po, isa pa po. Sorry.
Sure.
Yeah. So, yung lahat po ng information na kailangan, nandun naman po sa module, no? Hindi ko naman po kailangan mag-search pa sa internet or kung ano, nandun naman po lahat, ano? Hindi ko naman po kailangan. Okay.
Yes. The module it goes this way, ano? Anyway, meron orientation series kasi na ipopost ko, galing sa workplace po yon. Nasa workplace eh. So, kailangan kong ilipat lahat sa Facebook. But every module is like this. Yan. Thank you. Merong what this module is all about. So it's a description of what the module is. And then it tells you there how many lessons. Lesson 1, 2, 3. And then after that, it will tell you the objectives. What you should learn from this module. Clear yan, standard yan. And then after that is now the pre-test. It's asking, let's see what you already know. Diba? Yun. After that, it will go through the lessons. Lesson 1, 2, 3. And then after every lesson, by the way, there is always an activity, a test. After every lesson. So there are activities within the lesson, and then there's a review, and then there's a test. Meron pa yan. Merong review, tapos sa pinakadulo, sige, after dulo ng lesson 1. Let's try this. Let's remember. And then yan. See, that is a test after every lesson. See, ano na siya, talagang self-sufficient. Ayan, napaka-self-sufficient ng module. Tapos next lesson, papakita niya. Next lesson. Ayan, lesson 2. See, the topic, nandyan. May activities. Merong let's try, let's examine, etc. And then at the end of the lesson, let's see what you have learned na naman. May test na naman siya. So as you can see, talagang self-sufficient ang module. And then as I said, at the very end, before you reach the answer key, is the post-test. Ang title nun ay, what have you learned? Hindi let's see what you have already learned. What have you learned? Diba? Yun yung pinakadulo. Sa Tagalog, ano ang natutunan mo? Dun sa sa Filipino ganun yung pre-test. Alamin natin ang alamin natin ang iyong nakalimutan ko sa Tagalog tuloy. Basta may pre-test yun, makikita niyo, it's the same. So, see? So, it's ganyan. Now, makikita nyo minsan pag when you go through the modules, minsan may error, like let's say mga truncated tables, okay? Kasi po ito, lahat PDF na siya. Hindi po tinago ng DepEd ang mga raw copies nito. Can you imagine? Sayang talaga, hindi natago. So minsan may mga tables na truncated, okay? And then merong mga modules na merong listening activity, so kailangan pa ng cassette tape, okay? Wala na yung cassette tape, syempre. So, hindi pa na-reconstruct yung mga yun. Sayang sayang. Eventually, sa MyHill, sana among the volunteers, we can reconstruct these things and, we're gonna do something about the modules. In other words, so yan, what you have learned, yan. What have you learned? Yan ang Yan ang post-test. And after that is the answer keys. And after the answer keys is the references. Lagi silang may references sa dito. Okay, yan, no? Okay? Okay, so yung nagtanong, Mami, kita mo na? Every module po is like that. Every module. See, kaya nga nung nagka-pandemya, natatawa kaming sa ALS, yung formal school, since sila yung na-destabilize, sa public school, no, na-destabilize sila, all of a sudden, they ask teachers to create modules just like that. Diba? So yun ang nahirapan. Because modules are supposed to be created to stand the test of time. Ang nangyari sa formal school, they created modules only based on, naging teacher-based ang module. Yung naging teacher-based. Kaya nahirapan yung mga teachers, umiiyak talaga sila. Because you cannot, once you publish it, you write it into a module, it should be able to be reused. Diba? So, yun, kaya nagka-problema sa formal school, formal public school. Okay? Okay. So, did I answer your question?
Yes po. Maraming salamat. At least hindi po kailangan ng internet.
Ay, oo. Hindi, totoo yan. Okay. Yeah. Kailangan nyo lang yung internet para i-download yung module. So, wala akong magagawa doon. No? You really need, you can have a copy of yours locally. Yes. You can do that. And then, merong hindi mga nagtatanong dito, okay? So, kasi I'm sure hindi lahat may computer, may laptop, ganyan. Kasi meron pa kaming learners na da-download nila yung modules lang sa phone nila. So, they read the modules on the phone, and then they'll say, paano yung answer sheet? Okay, merong answer sheet kasi sasagutin mo yun eh. Kahit yung pre-test, post-test, sasagutin mo yan. Okay, so, ang mga hindi makapag-computer, o walang computer, walang laptop, sinasagot nila sa papel, manually, pre-test and post-test. Pero ito ngayon ang problema namin sa ganong klaseng blended platform of learning, no? Meron tayong LS6, which is digital citizenship. Yan. Kaya sa MyHill po, ito yan, inintroduce po namin, ito po ang template ng MyHill answer sheet, no? Template po yan. Hindi nyo po pwedeng i-edit yan, ha? Ida-download nyo or create a copy for yourselves dun sa sarili nyong drive. Okay, yan, make a copy. Hindi, kasi ang lalami, request access, hindi po. Hindi ko kayo bibigyan ng access dyan. Kasi template po yan eh. Okay, so yan po ang answer sheet. So, ang ano natin sa ALS is, LS6 is requirement. It's a, what's this, a basic education already, part of basic education, digital citizenship. So, I actually started that answer sheets will be done in Word or Google Docs. Mas maganda na pala ang Google Docs, by the way. Not plugging. Anyway, so way back in 2017, answer sheets should be done using computers. Because why? Because I thought na it is hitting two birds in one stone. I'm already teaching them LS6, diba? At the same time, kasi wala namang ganun ka-module sa LS6. So natututuloy sila. So yun ang problema ko sa mga gustong mag-manual, gusto ng manual answer sheets, no? Okay lang po yun sa amin, okay. Pero ang hihingin ko sa kanila, siguro at least 30 to 50% of the answer sheets kailangan po digital copy pa rin. So kung walang laptop, walang computer, hayaan nyo, marami po tayong partners hopefully who pupunta kayo dapat sa lugar. Okay, yan ang mga partners na we're trying to build eh. Mga lugar na may computer, dun kayo maggagawa ng answer sheets nyo online because you really need to learn digital literacy. Ganun lang kasimple. You really need to learn that LS6, no? So, yun. But don't worry. Matagal pa naman to. 1 year pa naman tayo. So, basta may problema, may solusyon yan, no? Ganun ang approach lagi sa ALS. So, ayan, no? May folder. Bawat learner, ayan, pakita mo. Bawat learner po, I will be asking you to create your own folder. But that is under the depedmakati.ph account. So, if you'd notice, I don't know kung lahat kayo ay on board. Okay, so let's go na to onboarding. May question pa ba dito? Kasi you really cannot learn all of this in one sitting. Ha? You have to experience it. Okay? So, ayan o. May submitted answer sheets yan ang pinakauna, tsaka checklist, importante, and miscellaneous. Yung miscellaneous folder is actually just for me, Teacher Liza, because sometimes I park documents there na baka kailangan. So, kayo, you can also use that. It's up to you. But yung submitted answer sheets folder and the checklist, si Maki, elementary siya. Kaya may checklist na siya dyan for elementary. Tapos yan, naka-subfolder. Pansinin niyo yung folder niya, ha? Yung foldering. Ang foldering, kung advanced elementary, separate, lower elementary, tapos LS1, LS2, LS3. Now, I already mentioned a while ago na sa elementary, hindi nakakategorize pa ang mga modules. So, minsan kasi obvious eh. Like for example, yung module is addition, subtraction. So it's obvious LS2, LS3 yon, math, di ba? Pero may ibang modules hindi kasi malinaw kasi nga integrative. So pag nangyari yon, you just ask me, Teacher Liza, or the other parents here like Mami Leslie na nasabihan, na nalaman na nila yan, saan siya pwedeng ilagay na learning strand. Sometimes one module can share a learning strand, meaning one module, let's say, is both LS4, life skills, and LS3, math. Pwede po yun, diba? So yun, para lang just always check up with me or other parents who have been doing MyHill or been part of MyHill since 1 or 2 years ago pa. Okay? So yan po yung foldering. Now, onboarding na po tayo, no? I already posted the list of learners who I have successfully onboarded into the depedmakati.ph account. Meron po ba dito na hindi pa rin na-onboard? Kasi we sent an onboarding email and may step 1, 2, 3 po yun ata. 1, 2, 3 lang ba? Up to 4, I want. Okay, so meron po ba? Meron po ba ditong hindi pa onboarded?
Yes, teacher. Yung sa amin po, yung page Mayakyak po. Pero ang pangalan po niya ay Giorgio Bautista.
Okay. Pero na kayo? Nag-register na kayo online through the website?
Teacher. Opo, teacher.
Sige.
Parang last Feb po.
February pa?
Opo,
bakit
para po
ganun?
yung link. Opo, parang may...
Yeah, dun sa website, because baka hindi successful yung submission ha, kasi ganito po yung proseso. Si Mylene nga pala, she started as an intern volunteering for us. Ngayon, I have to pay her personally to assist me, no? Ganito po yan. We check all the forms that were submitted sa email kasi papasok sa email po yan eh. So kung hindi pumapasok yung form nyo, hindi namin kayo mare-register dun sa master list namin. Pag hindi kayo nasa master list, hindi namin kayo mapapadala ng email. So it all starts with the online registration. So can you register again? Kasi ibig sabihin yan, wala pa yung form nyo sa email.
Sige po, teacher.
Punta lang sa myhill-als.org, no? And then go to register online. Go to register online and then browse through the instructions and notes until page 5. Page 5, nandun na po yung link. Dalawang forms po yun, MyHill form and DepEd AF2 form. Kailangan parehong form po. Okay, so para dun sa mga hindi pa naka-register, I think that Tolentino family, are you here? Pinilin po kayo sa akin
Yes
ni Miss
po.
Fanny.
Yes, we haven't
This
registered
is
pa po.
Mary. Yeah, okay, so here, ayan.
Yeah.
Papakita ni Mami Leslie. Sige,
Yes,
scroll ka lang, Mami Leslie. So that's page 1, page 2, 3. Basahin niyo po yan, ha?
Yes po. I
Basahin
found the
niyo.
website na po. Yeah, I was checking it na po.
Okay.
Medyo mahaba po yung form, so we'll do it later po.
Yes, do it
It'll be
later.
for each
That's
child
fine.
po, Ma'am Eliza.
Yes.
Okay.
Per learner, one
Okay, thanks po.
registration. Okay, so once successful ang registration, then you will be receiving an email, an onboarding email. Okay? Now, here's the thing with onboarding. Yung mga yung mga learners and families na with us since what 2019, alam ko na destabilize po kami kasi nga sinipa na kami sa workplace. Wala kaming pambayad. But I still retain the account. Workplace admin also told me, workplace is created by Facebook. They told me, sige, you don't have to lose the account. I'm just gonna pay for myself. Kasi nga, ina-appeal ko yung case ko na sabi ko non-profit kami. But we don't want to register. Okay? So it's still there. So na-destabilize kami. We had to get out. DepEd Makati came into the rescue. They gave me a DepEd Makati Google account where I can manage all the enrollees, okay, or the registrants. So we decided to do workspace, to use a classroom, to use chat, okay? Oh my God, okay, sorry, pero ang pangit talaga. Alam mo, I've been a Google Suite user since 2012, 2013. 2015, they've been introducing G Suite. Bago pa yan naging workspace, okay? Introduce G Suite. Talagang kulang na kulang ako sa Google Classroom, Google Site, Google Chat, even their Hangouts is really buggy. Sorry, pero hindi nila kaya yon. I mean, Facebook, pagdating, that's why Facebook created Workplace because Workplace is the one for organizations, mas secure siya, mas closed. But they are still the forerunner when it comes to messaging and forum platforms, okay? Talagang advanced na sila. So there was so much feature na nasanay na kami sa Workplace and Facebook, kasi nga Workplace is also Facebook. So na it just debilitated us. So now we're back to using Facebook na lang kasi libre siya, okay? But that's the reason why I created a page because I never wanted to create a page for MyHill. Paki-show lang Mami Leslie yung MyHill ALS page. Facebook page. That's why, yan. Yan pa yung, yeah. No, that one. That's a group. It's facebook.com/MyHillAls. Facebook.com/MyHillAls. That's why I created the page. Wait lang ha. Let me finish this. Teach hindi yan. Ano yan? Group yan eh. Mami. I-type mo facebook.com/MyHillAls. Isang word lang. MyHillAls lang po. After facebook.com, ayan o, education website. Ayun na siya o. MyHill ALS. Yan, MyHill ALS. Ayan. That's a page. Okay? There are tandaan niyo po, sa Facebook, there is a page and there is a group. Okay? Magkaiba po yan. The page you can make public. This is the page. That's why I created the page. Para hindi na kayo maghanap pa sa group. Okay? Kasi pagpunta niyo doon, akyat kayo. And akyat lang, go up, Mami Les. Punta ka sa taas. Ayan o, nakita mo yung groups. Ayun o, paki-click groups. And then, ayun o, yan. That's why I created the page. So that I can put all the groups in one place. Okay, so all you have to remember is facebook.com/MyHillAls. Nandyan na po lahat yung mga groups na kailangan yung i-join. So you don't have to remember and bookmark all the groups pa. Nandyan na po lahat. Okay, so wag mo na yung iba ha, yung mga MyHill Start Hills. Sandali lang po, nililipat ko pa po lahat from Facebook Workplace. Nililipat ko pa lahat dito, naiyak na ako. Okay, so if you want to go to your groups, just go to the page. Because nandito na po lahat yung groups. Understood? Kasi di ba ang hirap? Ipipin mo pa yung group. Syempre tayo, ang dami-dami nating priority groups, di ba? So pag sa MyHill, just go to the page. MyHill, facebook.com/MyHillAls, and then go to the groups tab, and all the groups are there. You can visit. Okay? Okay, so yun yung onboarding natin at hindi na tayo aalis dito dahil ito lang po yung libre. Okay? At tayo magagawa. Okay, so question. Who's raising her hand? Who's this? Go ahead.
Teacher, hello.
Yeah. Okay, yes, go ahead.
Kailan po i-share sa amin yung mga modules, yung folder ng mga modules?
After nyo ma-onboard successfully. Pag nag-onboard nakatanggap na ba kayo? Na-access nyo na ba yung yung depedmakati.ph account nyo?
Opo, meron na po kami.
So nakapasok ka na sa sorry, nakapasok ka na sa inbox mo sa Gmail account ng DepEd Makati. Nakapasok ka na?
Opo.
Okay, so yung kailan 'yon? Kagabi?
A few days ago po, nung
Oo. Paantay lang because we will need to share it with your are you sure na access mo ha? Kasi yeah, the last share that we added was around when was the last time I used to Wednesday. Wednesday we did the last share of all those successfully onboarded. So if you successfully onboarded after that, no, itong listahan na to, onboarded na dapat lahat yan. Meaning na share na sa kanilang lahat ng module. Nandiyan ka ba? Iha, nandiyan ka ba? Ha?
Tingnan ko po.
Punta ka dun sa group, i-check mo. Kasi may updated, meaning lahat ng mga nandyan, na-share na po ang ALS modules folder sa kanila. So, and then kung hindi nyo ma-access, paki-chat or send us an email. Just go to the website always. I'm trying to make your life easier, no? Just go to the Facebook page and go to the website. Yun lang dalawa. If you want to reach out. Okay? Para hindi na kayo mahirapan.
We just checked the list and andito po kami.
Sige. Okay, so can you message me? Please message me for a follow-up. I will double check with the share ng folder. Okay? But have you checked your shared with me? Yung shared with me, did you check shared with me? Ayan, pinapakita ni Mami Leslie sa Drive.
Ang meron lang po yung master list, yung spreadsheet na pinasagutan.
When you click on shared with me, yun lang?
Yan lang po.
Hindi lumalabas yung MyHill ALS modules?
Wala po.
Okay, sige. So paki-send lang ako ng follow-up sa chat via the website or via the Facebook page. By the way, guys, doon ako mas madaling makontak ngayon kasi the notifications there are on. The chat via the website and the chat via the Facebook page of MyHill. Okay? Oo, doon kayo mag-chat. Mas may notifications ako doon. Kasi yung group po, mahirap, talaga. Kasi ang dami nating groups, di ba? Even personal, on our personal work, marami na tayong groups. Kaya yun lang dalawa ang puntahan nyo, ha? So, pakipadala ako so I can check, okay?
Okay, thank you po, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Question? Somebody's raising her hand. Sino ito? Nakamali lang naka-raise. Ethan, Mami Jenny. Do you have a question?
Hello?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Trisha. Sino to?
Hello?
Trisha. Oh, yes. Who's this?
Trisha po, daughter
Trisha.
of Christy.
Okay, yes, Trisha.
Tanong ko lang po, when you sign in to the DepEd Makati account, it requires a certain password. What is it po?
Okay, did you receive the onboarding email?
Not yet po.
Okay, so that's where the problem lies because dun sa onboarding email, nandun lahat yung instructions. So ang tanong ko, if you did not receive an onboarding email, you have to, ba't ganon? Pero Kagro, alam ko yan, naka-register na kayo, di ba? I remember the last name.
Yes.
Naka-register na kayo, right? Okay, so after kasi kayo ma-register, etong onboarding email, may pinadala dun sa personal email nyo. Have you checked your personal email? Baka napunta sa spam, sa promotions, sa updates folder. Sa personal email nyo, it was sent to both the learner and the parent. Yeah, kasi nandun lahat po yung instructions Andun lahat. Step 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yan ang ano to. Okay? Can you check? Can you check now kung nasa inyo yung onboarding email? At saka yung email, baka I hope working yung email. Yung nga pala minsan ang problema, mag-encode kayo ng email, ng personal email, pero nagpa-bounce back. Nako, ang hirap. Hindi kami makaano. Pero tinatry namin, we're trying our best, like si Mylene is already helping.
Wala.
SMS. Oo. Wala? Okay, so can you send me a chat? Send me a reminder sa chat, either FB page or sa website. Paki-notify lang po ako doon so that I can resend it to your email. Okay?
Sige po.
Okay, ano lang ha. Katukin nyo lang po ako sa Facebook page po para mas mabilis. Okay, Trisha?
Opo,
Okay, sige, thank you. Okay. Oh, another question? Naku, hala, Mami Les. Yung activate Windows mo, oh. Pwede ko i-activate yan. Any questions pa before we, because I'm really worried about my laptop now. I want to cry. Permission to leave. Yes, of course. Sige. I think you can leave if you want na, but this is already not taking us too long. Kasi, okay, let's end this na. For 2 hours na no? Sakit na sa ulo. As I said, we cannot learn about ALS in one sitting. Basta ang is, we start with this. We will have continuous, not checkpoint, even saan po makikita ang recording nitong session. Ipopost ko po yung YouTube. We already started a YouTube channel where naka-upload po lahat ng Zoom sessions, no? Now, here's the thing. I have to clean it up because it will only be shared with learners who have a depedmakati.ph account. Okay, so that's the reason why we did that. Okay, Ma'am Liza, flowcharts test newbies have to do. Don't worry, what's this, Tolentino family? I wish I had an assistant to do that for me, but we actually have orientation series 1, 2, 3, 4, which I said again is in workplace, but we still have to transfer it to Facebook. Okay, so ang is just check in on the on the group or the page, and then we will, in other words magparamdam kayo. Okay? Kasi pag di kayo nagpaparamdam, wala kami magagawa. But as much as information that we can put out there, okay, it will be up there from here on end. Okay, so yes. May LRN naman na po. Ito. Nako, sige, buti na lang may nag-raise neto. Okay, about the LRN. Okay, nako. Before you leave, the LIS. The LIS is one whole new animal together. Okay? Yeah, the ID. Yes, okay. Related. So, the LIS, once you register with us, I automatically have to encode you sa LIS. Now, ito lang po ang pakiusap ko. Kung meron na po kayong LRN before, or you were previously enrolled in a formal school or any other school, you will have to notify me. Kasi ganito po yan. Naku, problema yan. May dalawa kaming learner ngayon, problema dito sa batch 2020, hindi po nagsabi sa akin. Kasi pag hindi nyo po sinabi sa akin at in-encode ko kayo, tapos may problem dun sa previous school, mag-hang po yung account nyo, hindi ko na siya ma-update. The hassle is we will have to fill up this form that has to be submitted to the regional planning officer and wait for that to clear. Ang problema po dyan, ma-affect lahat ng learners dun sa list. Hindi ko ma-submit yung list only because of this 1 or 2 people who did not tell me the truth that they were enrolled before. Okay, now do not be embarrassed to tell me the truth. Marami po yan. Marami kayong kasama. Marami pong learners na pumasok na galing sa formal school, may utang pa pala dun sa private school na yon, hindi pa makabayad, etc. Tell me right away. Okay? Kasi po ganito po yan. Ang LIS very strict na po. If hindi kayo na-clear dun sa previous LIS, sa previous school, sa LIS ng previous school, nakahang po yan. At once in-enroll po kita, ni-register kita dito sa amin, nakatag ka agad yon. Pag nakatag yon, hindi ko na po ma-lift. Hindi ko kayo ma-unenroll. I will have, yun na nga, yung process pa of having to apply to the regional planning officer for this. So please be honest with me when it comes to that. Please lang po. No? Anyway, everything's private naman eh. It's just that kawawa kami, teacher. Kasi yun, ang hirap ng proseso ng LIS. Okay? So, pag na-register na kayo successfully, meron kayong LRN automatically. And I post that. I post it in our private group, the Everyone group. Ipopost ko po yan kasi para makita nyo eh. Pinapa-double check ko po lahat ng listahan sa inyo. Double check your names, your birthday, etc. Bago yan iyan. So, makikita nyo may LRN na kayo. Now, related to that, pwede ba magka-ID? Okay. Pwede naman. Pero here, ang ALS po, hindi kailangan ng ID. Okay? Kahit mag-exam ka, hindi kailangan ng ID. But, if you need it for any legal purpose, okay, like for example, may iba gustong may junior high student, 18 years old, gusto na mag-open ng account, okay lang. We can do it. Yung iba, yung mga indigent na have to get, ano pa tawag doon, 4-piece, mga 4-piece funding from the barangay, from DSWD, and they require that. If they require an ID, they do. Pero usually, they just require a certification that you are registered with us. So, ang sa amin po, kung registration lang, certification na registered with us, certification lang po yun. Pero yes, kung para sa discounts, of course, pwede. Pero, sandali lang po isa-isa lang. Huwag lang sabay-sabay. Kasi, what happens is, for registration, yes, meron na pong humingi sa akin for registration for voting, binigyan na, okay? Pero isa-isa lang po, you will have to formally request for ID through our email. Sorry, info@myhill-als.org. You request for an ID and then it will have to be processed all through email. We just give you a soft copy of the final artwork. And then may instructions po doon, kayo na ang magpapaprint. May instructions po doon kung anong klaseng printing ang pwede niyong gawin para consistent tayo. Okay, so in that ID, pwede po yun. Huwag lang po kayo sabay-sabay, mahigit 100 po kayo. Mahirapan si Teacher Liza. Ako pa yung nag-graphics po noon, ha? Kaya yung kailangan lang talaga, huwag naman yung lahat po. Okay? Yung kailangan lang talaga. Okay? Oo, so check na yon, Mami Leslie, nasagot na natin yung ID. Okay, so yung LIS, again, after this po kasi for the next couple of months is already registration in the LIS. Mag-o-open na po yan. Official start ng school year ng DepEd is September 13. Pero tayo po nagsa-start na. Lagi tayong 1 month advance kasi po based on experience, better if we have an elbow room of a month kasi ang daming changes ang nangyayari lagi sa DepEd. Okay, ayan, ako, Mami Jenny can help graphic. Yay! Thank you, Mami Jenny. Photoshop lang naman siya eh. Oh, may template na. Oo, pero ano ha, I'll have to ask you to sign a waiver and disclaimer kasi Mami Jenny, these are official records. So medyo ano lang tayo, careful lang tayo with official records. Okay? Yay! May tututong mag-graphics. I'm so happy. Oh my God. Okay. So, okay, yung mga may gusto ng website dyan, the Wix developer, you can learn with Teacher Liza eventually. Okay, so yon. Kasi ang daming kailangan nilagay sa website eh. Wala akong time talaga. Okay? So, any other question? Baka makalimutin, naalala ko yung LIS at yung ID na yan. Oh, so, wala na. So far, please, families, be honest with me if you have problems with your previous enrollment. Please. Kasi it's really gonna be a hassle. Okay, my sister and I are thinking of how we can help with the website design. Oh, sige, isa-isa muna. Isa-isa lang. Sige. It's actually, it's more of adding information to the website And if you're good with back-end also, kasi we want to have a membership thing already in the back-end happening. Eventually, I want that to be the master list already para hindi kami na. All our forms kasi is via Jot form because I still love Jot form. Google Forms is ang daming kailangan gawin. Here's the thing. We're doing this as private citizens to help the ALS program. Okay, what happens with DepEd, because others are saying, but di ka magpa-fund sa DepEd. No, it doesn't happen that way. DepEd doesn't do that. Mahirap rin, alam niyo naman, sa government. Ang naging relationship ko with DepEd Makati is, I do it, I experiment it. If it works, then they embrace it. It's ganon. So, tayo yung sandbox nila. Diba? Ganon ang nangyayari. And I prefer it that way so that nobody is indebted to anyone. Diba? It's at least it is us private citizens and volunteers who are trying to make the ALS program work. No? Okay. Nako, thank you very much mga gustong mag-volunteer. Magkakaroon po tayo ng FB group for MyHill volunteers. Ibubuhayin natin po yan kasi dun sa workplace, meron kami talagang volunteer group doon eh. Oo, malapit na. Sandali lang, ma'am. Buksan na natin yan, volunteer group. Okay, so any other questions? No more, no more? We can't, brain drain na tayo nito. We better start. Basta, antabay lagi sa announcement sa everyone registered. So everyone FB group, antabay doon, tsaka sa page, sa FB page.
Sorry.
Question, yes. No, it's okay, it's okay. Sige.
Di po ba merong monthly minimum of 300 pesos na donation?
Again, it's not required. Nakalagay naman doon. Nasa sa inyo yun. Yeah. So,
paano po i-send yung mga doon?
Okay. So as of now, ganito, my relationship with the parish, by the way, hindi ko nga pala na-explain yan. My relationship with Don Bosco Parish is that since they were the ones who sponsored my training with us, diba? And then they have always provided the place, diba? At least there's a place where MyHill can be housed, no? But now it's just that madaging mas clear ngayon. MyHill is really we created the program and the network and the solutions for online. But now mag-expand uli siya kasi the parish now wants me to build another ALS program just for the indigent junior high. Okay? Kasi alam niyo naman Don Bosco, malakas ang tech book skills development nila, no? They have been known for tech book ever since. Wala pang tech book sa DepEd, tech book na ang Don Bosco eh. And Don Bosco has always been the template of DepEd pagdating sa tech vocational development curriculum sila yan. So they want me now to build another ALS program just for the indigent na junior high. So naging clear na ngayon pero MyHill, sinasabi ko nga hub, kami yung tayo pa rin yung in charge ng registration nila, etc. Pero this time Makati DepEd can assign a mobile teacher there para hindi naman kasi maloloka na ako noon. Ako yung administrator back end, ako yung gano'n, di ba? So pero nga with MyHill, since malapit ang puso ng MyHill sa akin, okay, so ganon, ako yung teacher talaga dito. Yun ang ko. That's my slash job here. Okay? So, how do you donate? Dalawa yan. Of course, I encourage you. You can either donate directly to the parish because the parish gives me allowance naman. But my end goal is ideally to look for funding to pay for myself so I don't have to have other jobs. Because Teacher Liza has 2 more jobs which I use so I can fund MyHill. Yan ang nangyayari. So sa volunteers will be sharing already I keep a journal of expenses and makikita nyo. So yun and then the other option is you others directly donate to me. Pero pag may partner, for example like United Neon Foundation, because I'm the one I'm their ALS program consultant. Meron doon na gustong ipasok dito sa MyHill because mas bagay dito yung learners nila, okay lang. Pero yung donation nyo, iba yun sa United Neon Foundation yun. Separate yun. Sila, they have their own donation details. Okay? So dito sa MyHill, with me and others directly donate to me, or directly donate to the parish. So any will do. And we will share naman, I'll share naman those things. Okay? Again, it's a donation, it's not required. So it's really up to you. For me, you give from the heart, 'di ba? Kahit piso 'yan, kahit 2 piso, it doesn't matter. Kasi what matters here is the core of ALS, where it's an inclusive platform for education so that everybody could learn at their own pace and their own and their own direction. Okay, yun ang ano to. Yun ang kagandahan sa kanya. Plus, of course, it's a good solution for independent homeschoolers. Okay, hindi ko pala nasabi sa iyo. Sa inyo, 5 na yung demographics na nasa-serve ng MyHill. So it started with indie homeschoolers. May namita kong bata na what's this health challenge, no? Health challenge po siya. Sinipa siya sa hindi makatapos sa ibang schools kasi they had medical costs and everything. So he is already completing for junior high, okay? And then ano siya, yung isa naman po ay indigent learner, no? Yung dating street kid, no? Tambay-tambay. So tapos na po 'yan. Ano na siya, senior high na po siya ngayon, no? And then dumating din po yung of course yung adult learners, laging nandiyan po adult learners. Tapos yung ano ba yung panglima? Nakalimutan ko tuloy. Yung special, adult learners. Tapos yung isa is yung working. Meron po mga adults na working na po at hindi sila makaano. So, kasi may iba adults hindi working. They just wanna go back. May iba yun. So, oo, matatapos na tayo, don't worry. So, those are the five customers that we serve for my Okay, so let's finish this. I don't wanna last. I have 4:18 na. Okay, so thank you very much. Again, if you have questions, don't worry, reach out lang po kayo. And dun sa Facebook group kasi may mga experts naman, mentors who can help. Okay? Mentors, yung mga dating nagma-MyHill po. Okay? Sige, so thank you very much. Thank you. Don't forget to message me if meron kayong follow-up. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you, Mommy Leslie. Thank you, Mommy Jenny. Thank you. Tenorio family is here. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Teacher Eliza.
Okay, thank you. Yung host, sino bang host?
Bye.
Kayo na mag-end. Ako pala host. Ay, hindi.
Me.
Mommy Leslie, kayo
Bye.
host. Kayo na mag-end.
I will
Bye-bye.
Bye, Maria, Eslia,
Eliza, Trisha. Bye, Trisha.
Eliza.
Pedro. Bye-bye.
Thank you po. Have a great day. Have a great week. Thank you.
Malyari is here, teacher. Bye-bye.
Stay
Okay.
safe.
I will end the
Stay
teacher.
safe.
Stars here. Hermaline, hoy ha? Hermaline, get in touch with me. Nandito ka pala.
Hi po.
Ayan,
Adios.
Get in touch with me, Hermaline. Okay, Hernandez. Dito.
Yes, ma'am.
Yan, Jet. Sige.
Adios. Sayonara.
Adios. Okay, bye. Sige. Ikaw na mag-end. Mami Les.
Bye.
Bye. See you again.